Good afternoon again, guys. This is G coming back to you with another watch review. Today I have a very special watch for you today because this actual one belongs to my boss. He lent it for my video review, one of my video reviews. So I just want to say thank you to him. It's a very special watch. This is actually a watch. This watch comes from Ulysse Nardin. It's a company. It's a Swiss luxury watchmaking company founded in 1846 in Ich Local, Switzerland. I believe that's how you say it. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. As you can see, it says on the box, Ulysse Nardin since 1846. The local Swiss. The company became known in the nautical world for manufacturing highly accurate marine chronometers and complicated timepieces used by over 50 of the world's navies from the end of the 19th century until about 1950. I just want to give you some background. The company won numerous awards and accolades for its chronometer pieces. In 1915, Ulysse Nardin took first place among 60 marine chronometers in Washington, D.C., and continued to win after that year. So it's a company with a lot of history. Continuing on, some more facts. Although it's not known for its chronometers, Ulysse Nardin is best known for its more unusual timepieces that reflect the astronomical interests of Dr. Ludwig Uxlan, who was the expert watchmaker who came to the company around 1983. So even before I was born, 3 years before I was born, actually. Probably one of the more popular watches among enthusiasts is the Ulysse Nardin Freak, which was also designed by Uxlan. And it is a very peculiar watch. I recommend Googling it. The cheapest one version, I believe, is the MSRP is around $92,000 for the Tourbillon watch. It looks really cool. You'll probably get a kick out of it if you Google it. Be weirded out at how different it looks compared to other watches. But it's also designed by him. And in 2014, Ulysse Nardin was acquired by Italian luxury conglomerate Kering Group, which also owns fashion brands such as Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent. And ever since then, they have been more focused on the watch brand's more unique offerings, such as the Freak, instead of trying to make a little bit of everything. So the watch piece I have here today, though, is before you today is the Ulysse Nardin GMT Perpetual White Guilloche Dial Automatic Men's Watch. So let's open it up. So it's a huge box. Actually, if you look at the size of both my hands go on this, and if you look at this, I think you won't even think of it as a watch if you look at the box. I was so impressed how big the box was, but you'll be more impressed at the contents of the box because the contents is really amazing. It comes with this nice wooden finish box, and I'm so glad my boss kept it so that I could show you how it looks. Remember, I got all excited because my Frederic Constant box had a little drawer. Well, this one has one too. It's a nice wooden finish. Very nice. Very regal looking. And it comes with this handbook. It's an instruction manual too, and some background information about the book. And has, your basic service center booklet right here. The Ulysse Nardin Company, backwards, sorry. The Perpetual Calendar instruction manual and other offerings. Remember I told you guys in the last video that these days watch companies, they put more than one watch into the book with instructions. And so this one kind of goes in the same direction too. It has more than one watch in it. But very nice looking instruction booklet. It actually is it feels like a real publishing book. So very nice. But this one, it seems like it doesn't have as many models, but really focuses on variations of the models that we're going to review today. But it really focuses on just one watch, which is pretty cool. But I guess when you're spending this watch MSRP is around $56,000. So I guess when you're paying that much, you want the full Ulysse Nardin watch experience. So continuing with our review, I said previously there was a drawer. Inside the drawer we have the 3-year international warranty. Usually most companies give you 2, but this one gives you 3, so that's pretty cool. Has the information and the watch number, serial numbers. Little cloth, cleaning cloth that comes with the watch. Really, it's actually a pretty nice material. It's very thick. It's not a thin cleaning cloth either. So nice cloth that they throw in there. But for the reason why you guys came here, when you push the button, it actually opens the case. And here is the inside of the case. Has a nice golden finish on the edges. Golden bolts with a wooded finish. Has the logo inside of the box right there. Nice, Ulysse Nardin. And this is the watch. Looks pretty nice, right? Continuing our review of the watch, Ulysse Nardin GMT. This is how it looks close up. I'm taking it out. Like I said before, this bad boy will run you $56,900 MSRP. So it's a pretty pricey watch. Definitely. If I were to compare cars as comparison for watches, just because people know car models or car brands more than watch brands, just using Rolex as a standard, I would say Rolex is more equivalent to like the Mercedes-Benz. It's known for like the high quality and the build, the luxurious feel, same as a luxury car brand like Mercedes-Benz. Omega would probably be like your BMW. It's luxurious, but also more sporty compared to a Rolex. I would say Ulysse Nardin is more like the Maserati car brand. They definitely have an attention to detail. If you look at just even the dial itself, it's a lot going on there. Just even on the dial and the finish. This is a platinum. This is actually a platinum finish. It's not just steel. So it's actually pretty heavy. It doesn't look like it, but this is definitely one of the heavier watches I've ever held in my hand. But yeah, it's full platinum. And continuing on, the case, the diameter of the watch is about 42 millimeters. Like I said, the case material is polished platinum. So if you look here, it's very shiny. And he's had this for 2 years now, the watch, but it's in really good condition. And if you look on the side, the crown even has like a nice painted finish. Ulysse Nardin, their logo, because they're a maritime watch company, they usually have an anchor as their logo, because their focus is on maritime background, and because they also came from a chronometer piece where they were known for their maritime pieces, and so they have definitely a lot of emphasis on sea and maritime influences on their pieces, and this is no exception. Just to kind of give you a better sense and better more of the details. So this is the back, white gold, 18K case, and if you look here, $34 joules. And just the attention to detail is just impeccable for this watch company. If Oxlon had any dealing with this watch and was designing this watch, he just did a fantastic job designing it. Just look at all that detail and all the rivets and the swirls in the back. Even I'm really liking the parts right here in between the blades. It looks almost pearly in that side. It's very rich looking, and even the inside of the dial, it looks like a wheel, and just really has a nice finish. And even the clasp, the buckle, at the end of it has the logo of Ulysse Nardin. If you get a closer look, it's nice right there. The anchor. And even in the inside, it has a Ulysse Nardin name into their leather piece. Right, the leather is nice and supple too. It's very thick, but if you look at the design, even you notice that the leather piece, it actually starts. It actually looks like it's part of the watch because the shape actually blends into the lugs. If you notice that, the leather, there's not much wiggle room here because it almost feels like it's glued to it when it's not. I mean, of course, it definitely has a bolt between those lugs, but dang, the build quality is really nice, so it never gets loose. But yeah, it's just a nice little leather piece, and it also comes with the clasp that you attach it to the watch, like so. And so you just slide it in, and the way it looks on your wrist, that it's a nice look, right? Continuing, if we look at the watch, continuing, it's powered by the Ulysse Nardin, Ulysse Nardin UN-32 engine. That's what it's called, and it has 34 joules, bidding at 28,800 vibrations per hour. Okay, that's pretty standard. That's 34 joules. The power reserve's at 48 hours. Power reserve's at 48 hours. And dial type is analog, as you can see. Now, the dial face, though, they call it white Guilloche, because if you look, even their dial, there's an emphasis on the water, on the sea. So even their dial has like pictures of the sea on the background. So it never gets away from the maritime look, the naval look. So it looks very nice. Look at all that detailing in there, including the numbers that are fixed into the side. Like they just kind of go up into it. They kind of curve into the dial. If you look in there, they don't just stop. They just kind of curve into the upper half of the dial too. So it's a very nice design. Actually, if you take a closer look at it, side, and also the crystal is scratch resistant sapphire. Hands are blue, a little dark blue. If you kind of look in the light, they almost look like they might be light bluish. And then Arabic numbers, as you can see. There's second markers, there's GMT markers around the rim, right? And the small dials, one is the small seconds. So the small seconds are right here, the seconds dial. You can see this going by 60 seconds. The top here, that's your date. This is your month. They even have a month on this. And they even have a year. I've never seen that many watches with a year on the watch, but this actually even tells you the year. This is pretty cool. This watch has so much information for you. And yeah, this is a nice finish. The bezel is also fixed. It doesn't move. It's white platinum, right? The crown is a screw down, as I showed before. Just pull it out, push it back in. The clasp is a buckle. The water resistant is not too deep, but it's pretty standard. It's 30 meters, 100 feet. So once I pull out the crown, I just want to show you guys the functions of this watch. You pull out the crown. If you pull it out once, you get the date. Sorry, pull out too much. Change the date. And you got the great thing about this watch. Most watches don't do this, but this actually it's bilateral. So you can go backwards and forwards, which is amazing. And then you go out a little bit more. You change the hour and minute hand of the watch. And if you notice, it also changes the GMT hand. Tells you the direct general time of the watch. But the great thing about this watch, I think this is pretty cool. So this watch is built for any travelers. If they're planning to go to places outside of the US where the time difference is there, then it lets you quickly go back and forth just with one click on the side of this this button, of this piece. And you just go like that and it goes forward 1 hour. But if you want to go back, let's say you're going back to the US after you go to, I don't know, Korea, then you can actually push it back to where it was, and you're just moving the hour hand, so just back to where it should be. And the thing is, you keep doing this, it even lets you change the date. And it just changes for you. And when you go backwards, makes it Tuesday again when it was Wednesday. So it's just a very well thought out watch with a lot of features. I've just never seen a watch like this where it's bilateral forward and backwards. They really outdid themselves when designing this watch. And yeah, it's just a well built. It's nice and heavy. You could totally tell it's 18 karat gold. And even though he's had it for 2 years, my boss has kept it in pretty good condition. And I would say it definitely feels like a $50,000 piece. It doesn't feel like a cheap entry level watch. And so I was just really ecstatic when he told me that I could review this watch on YouTube for you guys, just because it's such a cool watch. My hope one day is I could afford one of these one day. But my whole watch collection, this watch is almost more expensive than my whole watch collection. So it's just pretty amazing. But yes, this is the Ulysse Nardin GMT Guilloche dial. I hope you liked this video. Like if you liked it, and share, please. Thank you. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.